Hello. Hello, everybody. I think everything is working. Let me know if you can see and hear me. See, several people are already here. It looks like my microphone is working. Let me know if I need to make it louder, bring it closer to me. Hi, everyone. And so far the internet is behaving. That's good. Our internet has been really weird recently. So, everyone cross your fingers together. That was my pug making that noise. Both dogs just entered the room. I think they want to say hi. Oh, come here. Here's Stormy. They came in to say hello. Yeah, hopefully it will be a pretty chill stream of making books. Only my second live. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Yes, you got your pets. Okay, Bailey's turn. Hold on. Come here. Come here. So if you hear any snorting, this is who's snorting at my feet. And I think she just drank water. Did you just drink a lot of water? Yeah, you're kind of wet. Okay, that was fun. I'm a little quiet. Okay. Let me move it forward. See if that helps. Let's see, Sheena, is that how I say your name? I will check my P.O. box. I was unable to check it this past week, so I will double check. Because I have to go tomorrow. I have to go to the post office tomorrow to drop off some packages, so I will check. So yeah, let me know if the volume's a little bit better. My first live. I'm not sure I can say your name correctly. Surisandraste? I'm sure I got that wrong. Welcome. Excited to watch you make mini books. It's on my list. I've only made full-size books so far, just sewing buttons into pants and chilling. It's a tiny package? Okay, it's probably in my P.O. box then. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Lots to do. Lots going on. I have started putting paneling on Charles' study. So the room is starting. It has got started, but it's going to be a lot of shelves, and then we need a lot of books. Just a bit louder. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, let me know if that's too on my end. It's looking like it's too loud. I turned it back down a little bit, but my settings could be wrong. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome to your first live. Welcome in. Okay, so I have paneling on the walls. I'm going to have to make quite a bit of shelving, and the shelves all need books. So, let me show you the room that we're working on if you are unfamiliar. So this is Charles' study that we're working on. It has wood paneling in the background. It has wood shelves. So basically it's my dream room to create. Lots of brown paint, lots of wood. Sounds better? Okay, good. I see one saying that it's too loud. Let me know if you're able to adjust it on your end. So, it's a bit too loud. Okay. Down just a bit. Okay, I turned it back down just a tiny bit. So I have to make things to fill the shelves. So I've got to make quite a bit of books. However, as you can see, you can hopefully see in this picture, it's not completely stuffed with books. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger here. It's not completely stuffed with books. It has some other things on there. So it's like there's a sewing machine, I think, in the back. There's a globe. Now I hear that it's too loud, but that may be someone who's just coming in. Okay. Yeah, you may have to, if it's too loud, you may have to turn it down on your end a little bit. I don't, I'm sure if it started out quiet and then I turned it up, it was a little bit of a shock. And then on the top of the back shelves there, I noticed that it looks like there's maybe some National Geographic magazines, and they're like all over. So there's another screenshot that I've been referencing that has Charles standing in front of the shelves, and they also have National Geographics. So I'm going to try and make a few of those also. Okay, so I'm going to move this down. My 9-year-old Chihuahua's been going blind. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so hard when you see them struggling. Yellow books are dozen, yes. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can make a few of those as well. I wanted to show you the books I have so far. So these are books that I made in a video where I was using a laser engraver, and I have put the link for that video down below. So if you missed it, excuse me, if you missed that video, you can go check it out. But I have all these different ones that I engraved. Let me remove my image here. See if I can get it to focus really well. So we have the 2 monster heads for Barbara and Adam. We have a model building book because Adam was into model building. We have Bentley House minis, just a haunted house, some birds, the art of bird watching, which Charles is really into bird watching. Another haunted house. I was just playing around with the laser engraver. And then we have deep sea fishing, which I made before seeing the second movie. And I won't do any spoilers here, but it's kind of ironic with what happened in the second movie, that I have a deep sea fishing book in there. And in that same video, I made this laser engraved desk. So it says, if you don't let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and take you with me. And that's what Delia says to Charles while he's standing in his office. So this is the desk that's going into the office. And yeah, we'll have some books on there too. Now he going to watch this while I build my mini greenhouse. Yay! Okay, so I also have some of these that I already made that are blank books that are just going to be shelf filler. So the reason I brought these to show you is because I already have some that are pre-made that have something on the front of them. And if you're wondering how I made these, they're made with my book kit. And you can make these without having my book kit. You just need some mat board, and mat board is the type of material that they use like in frames, like if you're doing a mat around a frame. And so you could just cut like a really long strip, cut them all to the same size, and then sandwich them together to create the inside of a book. It won't open in real life, or it won't open in miniature life either. But you glue it together. This one I didn't sand very well. I've been making these inserts for a long time now. Glue them together like so, and then if you sand, I sand the edges because I laser cut mine, and the sanding takes off the laser burn. So anyway, so this is from, I've been making all of these inserts. So today we're just going to be putting covers on books. I love the Bentley House Minis book. You have hospital tomorrow? I'm sorry. I hope you're okay. I hope all goes well. I want a real life-size version of that desk. So yeah, these are the strips that come with my kit. They're just kind of generic, like jewel tone and brown strips of paper. So I have these, and then I took some fabric and covered it in Mod Podge to kind of make like a leathery look to it. So I have this as well. And then this is like a batik type fabric. So I thought it kind of looked leathery. And then at one point I was like, does this look more like one of those like creepy human skin books? Hopefully not. I don't think those type of books are in Charles' office. So yeah, I think that's all that I have. Oh, and then for the National Geographics, this is just kids construction paper. This is the paper that I have the most that's like different colors. And so I put Mod Podge on that to give it a shiny finish. And so I'm thinking we'll make several National Geographics out of these single pieces that I haven't glued together yet. So I'm crocheting an Elsa doll while watching you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let me know if you're working on a project right now while you're hanging out. If we're hanging out in the studio together, let me know. I have so much mat board even after finding so many things to make with it. You could make the book from Hocus Pocus. That's kind of the book that I had in my mind. Was that one when I saw this fabric finish. Okay, so I also, in the description box, I put a link to a video by Queen City Minis because she used one of my book kits and had so many really fun, cool ideas. And so I linked that down below as well. So there's 2 book videos to watch in the description box. So if you're just like, I really want to make some books of my own, I really want to get some ideas for covers, Queen City Minis video is fantastic. And she even inspired me to go back and use my book kit in different ways. So one of the things she used was this nail tape. And I've had this nail tape for a while. I really can't remember where I got it. But it's these little thin strips of tape that you can use to make like the little gold and silver lines on the edges of books. So I have plenty to work with. Of course, I've got paint and all sorts of stuff as well. So yeah, I think we can just go ahead and jump in. Last strip could be a map book cover. First thing that came to mind. Oh, that's a good idea too. So good to see you. Love the vids. Thank you. Aw, thanks, Spam. Have a good trip. Working from home and watching, cuddling my cats, trying to stay warm. Our temps are low today. We'll stay very warm. You need 300 books, Torchtail Minis. Well, good luck with all that. I don't know how many's in here. It should be around the same for each set. So let's see. This was four of my book kits put together. So let's see how many's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 of the big books. The smaller books, there's probably a little bit more. So I maybe have 100, maybe a little more than 100 book inserts here. So hopefully I can get through quite a few. I want to make some like book sets where it looks like all their covers match. I want to make a few of those. And then we can make some like mix match book sets. The Sanderson Sisters Cottage Museum from Hocus Pocus would make a great miniature model one day. Yes, I love that one. And Billy Ferguson, I think his channel is just Billy now. He made an amazing Sanderson Sisters cottage. It was awesome. My mom and I are chilling at home. She had her gallbladder removed Friday, so we're still in recovery days. So I hope she feels better soon. Rest is very important. You're such a big inspiration. Thank you for posting this. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Demon Kitty. Crocheting as well. Freehanding an amigurumi doll to work down some random yarns. I love amigurumi. I can't do it, but I love it. Have to make the handbook for the recently deceased. I do have a few of those. We should probably sneak one into Charles' office. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the big books. I think I'm going to start with just, I did notice when I was looking at references, there's quite a few green books. So I think we'll make at least one set with green books in there with just my great plain green paper, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm not sure how long I'll work for today. We'll just kind of get going and see what happens. Someone was homeschooling from home. My child is kind of self-schooling right now while I'm live streaming, so I may have to stop and go check some things, but we'll see. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for him. So the way I like to do this is I take the strips of paper, and these are all different thicknesses as well. You can like put 3 pieces of mat board together or 4 pieces of mat board depending on how thick you want your book. Do you think Charles has a set of encyclopedias? I think Adam probably did have a set of encyclopedias. And so now Charles does. Charles has whatever Adam had. I like making books different widths too, so they're not all the same thickness. Yeah, that's why I like having like the different layers of mat board. Really, really helpful to kind of vary things a little bit. So, all right, we'll do, and I'm trying not to do too many brown books because everything in the entire room is going to be brown. It's all going to be brown. So I'm trying to not do brown books. I'm trying to do green, some other colors, or this kind of really light, like brown that would stick out. Hello from Louisville, my first live. Welcome in, CG. Be several sets. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be quite a few. I don't usually make matching sets, but I'm thinking there's definitely got to be some matching sets. At least a few. Made a ton of books out of polymer clay, used them to go with dragon sculpts. Or are the dragons like sitting on the books, or do they have like a book hoard they're protecting? Or are they reading the books? Okay, so I like to get them stuck down like this with the pages sticking out. And like I said, you don't have to have my book kit to do this. If you make your book page mat board pieces all the same size, then you can cut long strips of colored cardstock that are just slightly taller than your book pages, and then just cut long strips, and you can do the same exact process. Adam must have had books on miniatures too. Yeah, he has. I made him at least one. Oh, he has one model building book. There we go. If I can get my camera to focus. The camera does not want to focus. Come on, camera. Okay, well, camera's not into it today. Okay. So then once it's dried a little bit, so I usually like to do like 3 strips at a time. Once it's dried a little bit, I can go back, add glue to the spine, fold the book over like so, and then try to line it up as best as possible. And then I'm going to let that dry, and if you have a 1, 2, 3 block, that can help. I got to get rid of a little bit of glue there. And then I'll just do that for each one. always found it was kind of sweet that Charles even kept the photos of the Maitlands. Yes. Yeah, I thought that was cute too. I'm gonna make sure that there's their I think specifically you can see their wedding photo in there. Hopefully you're ready for the gross weather. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We had some thunderstorms over the weekend too, which didn't help because I was in a tennis tournament. So we got to play a little bit, but we didn't get to play the whole tournament, which was sad. I'm working on a new spring cottage mini, one of my Make It Whimsical makeovers. Oh, that's fun. A bookworm. In one project, I had a stack of books under a chair where the leg of the chair was missing. That's awesome. I love details like that. Okay, so that one is flipped over. And then one more green one. So I hope this stream won't be too boring. It's going to be a lot of bookmaking. Let's see. After 25 years of quilting, I'm ready for a change and just started making miniatures. Love your channel. Oh, that's exciting. Just found you. Good morning. Good morning, Janet. I'm in Southwest Arlington, so I got that weather too. It came on pretty sudden. Saturday was kind of, you didn't really know what it was going to do. Okay, so they're all kind of flipped over. I realize you can't see them very well. Flipped over. While these are drying and before I cut them down, let's make a book jacket with one of these pieces, because I think this is probably the most interesting fabric that I have. This one's kind of interesting because it's got swirls. They're kind of very subtle. I wanted a dark colored book, not necessarily like a completely black book, but I thought those swirls would kind of work for a Beetlejuice vibe. I make 1/24 scale books mostly and keep them clamped while drying by using reverse tweezers. Well, that's a good idea. And for 1/24 scale, you definitely need something small. Can I say a slight spoiler from Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice might not be a spoiler. I don't know. It's more of a complaint. I guess if anyone doesn't want spoilers, let us know in the comments. But if no one says anything, then you're welcome to complain. I had some complaints about it too. I had a different stream where I talked about some of my critiques of the movie. Okay, so I am actually going to use the brown cardstock here. And I'm just going to glue it to the back of the fabric. And I think it'll be easier for me to cut. So this fabric, all I did was add Mod Podge to the top of it. So I only did one side. I did 2 coats of Mod Podge, and it gives it kind of this shiny, leathery look. And it makes it to where the fabric won't fray. Fray checks the edges of the fabric. So I'm going to add this. It's going to make kind of a thick book cover, but that's okay. Bookmaking is more fun with company. I agree. Definitely. I'm working on tiny tissue paper flowers to add a pop of color to the porch room I have in progress. Awesome. I know how to make the tissue paper flowers, like the big ones, and I remember making a lot of them. I can't imagine making them like in miniature, but I'm sure they're beautiful. I enjoyed making them with my mom. We would make them for all sorts of things. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down, trying to stay with the direction of the fabric. Let's see. Welcome to Texas. I do a lot of weather dioramas. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Books are boring if someone else's books aren't boring if someone else is making them. Well, that's good. Oh, scissors. Finding the challenge in working. Oh, I finished a diorama for a science teacher who teaches in high school forensic classes. Included a whole bookcase of books. I'm interested in your book process and utilized your filing cabinet plans. Well, that's exciting. I'd love to see a picture of that. I'm finding the challenge in working in 148 scale. How bitty the accessories are. Books, dishes, baskets. Yeah. Yeah, I have really only gotten into 148 scale buildings and a little bit into the furniture, but the whole accessory thing, have not attempted that yet. So I am just going to cut around the cardstock. It's still wet, so the glue isn't completely dry yet. But I might just go ahead and make several of these covers. I'm not cutting the straightest. I'm good with a craft knife, not that great with a pair of scissors, apparently. Alright, so we have this for a book cover. When you said swirls, I thought you said squirrels. I was like, oh, cool. A wildlife, a book for wildlife in Winter River. I don't think I have any squirrel fabric. Binder clips. I don't have binder clips, but I do have these guys. So, can use those. Let's go ahead and make, I think I want to make a smaller set of books in this also. So this is the one size down, so we'll make this, oh wait, do I have a brown? Yeah. I want to try and use the brown cardstock because I don't want to make too many brown books, because then you won't be able to see them on the shelves. Confession time, I've watched the original Beetlejuice twice and I really don't get it. I love your model house though. That is okay. Everyone can have their own opinion about any movie, show, or anything that I like. I am not one that gets personally offended or anything like that, because I know there are things that other people enjoy watching that I am just not a fan of, or like you said, I don't get. I you know, can watch it and maybe appreciate, you know, the artistry that went into it, or the set design or the costumes, but I may not fully understand why the story is so loved. So that is totally fine. Let's see. Much prefer my craft knife to scissors. Oh, I love 144 scale. Oh my goodness. See, and I keep saying, oh, I would never go that small. I'd never go that small. And I also said I would never do quarter scale. Yet here I am. I have a kit in my store now that's quarter scale. So never say never. And on Patreon and with YouTube memberships, we have been putting together a 144 scale house kit. But it has taken us a while. It's taking me a while to get through it, because everything is so tiny and so detailed. All right, so I'll have two different sizes of this fabric. And I will say I am missing some comments, so if you have a question and I missed it, Rachel, our wonderful mod, is really good about making sure that I see it and am able to answer it. So I'm sorry if I miss a comment, But if you have a question, she's really good at making sure I definitely see the question. Okay. Well, let me clarify. Questions about minis. If it's a question about something random, it may get skipped. Quilting clips. I actually don't know what quilting clips are. I may have to ask my mother-in-law. She quilts quite a bit. She probably has some. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut really carefully along the edge. And voila, we have a book. A book and a cover. And so this is just a basic one. Hello. I think because of this project and Beetlejuice, it kind of reignited my love for, not the movie itself, but the Maitland house. Yes, I love that house. I think I do tend to really gravitate towards movies where the house in itself is a character, like the Addams Family, Coraline, all of these, even the Munsters, all of these are movies or shows that the house in itself, the show is the way it is because of the house, because of the environment. And there's even like some video games. So I've said this before, but I really love watching people play indie horror games. Like, I don't want to play them because I'm too scared. But I like watching other people play them, like in the background while I'm working on things. And there's some of them that I just love the environment. I love the house that they're set in. And it just really, it's almost like, even though there's like, maybe it's a horror game and there's like some really scary stuff happening. Like, for some reason, like the fact that the house or the setting, like, it just feels cozy to me. It's like cozy in a weird way. If that makes sense. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for posting that. I have 3 variations of an 1894 house I designed in 1/44 scale while designing. I keep making adjustments. Hello, we are making books for Charles' study. Right now I want to make a full green set. I think I want a set of 5 green books. So we have 3 done. So we're going to make these 2 and then we'll kind of decorate them as a set. That's my plan, my hope, my vision. I have a miniature fallout shelter planned. It's going to be a lot of blue and yellow. I did enjoy the new Fallout series. Really, really enjoyed that. So I would love to see what you create for that. And I think Leslie, Will and Row Arts, I think she just said she was stepping out. But she did a Fallout kitchen, which was really, really cool. Okay, so those are glued in place. Let's make some of these books while these green ones dry. So let's make of these leathery bound books. I need 2 different sizes. So I need a big one and a smaller one. So I have large, medium, and small books. So we'll glue those down. Let's see. Resident Evil House and Resident Evil 1, and also the house in Silent Hill Homecoming. Silent Hill Homecoming. I don't know if I watched that one. But I did like, I think it was Resident Evil Village. I really liked the house with all the dolls in it. Like, that one sticks in my head. If you've seen that one. I can't remember what the name of the house is. But it's the creepy house that has like the elevator all the way down to the basement. That house is awesome. The house that has the creepy doll that like talks to you, or you play hide and seek. Anyway, love that house. Would love to recreate that house. The house in a series of unfortunate events, the books, the film. Yes, all of the series of unfortunate event like places are really cool. Thank you, Janet. Should almost call the room Charles' safe room. I'm sure he's in there a lot. Oh yeah, Aunt Josephine's house. Oh my gosh, that house gives me anxiety just looking at it. That one, even though it's a very cool house design, that one gives me anxiety just looking at it. That one makes me anxious. Okay, so yes, I did the blue kitchen in cardboard. Definitely need to make another Fallout mini. And Leslie, who did the Fallout kitchen, if you click on her name, Will and Row Arts, she has a video. She posts videos of the miniatures she makes. Hi, Michelle. I think Nerd Forge also made a Fallout kitchen. Yes, she made one, like a full-size one. Have you played Blueprints? I have not played Blueprints, but I watched someone play the entire series, and I loved it. And there were some rooms that I was like, this would be really cool. Like the library would be really cool to recreate. Of course, now that I'm like making all these books, I'm like, I'm not making a library. It's gonna be a fake set of books on those shelves. But yeah, there are a lot of cool rooms in Blueprints. Let's see. I've always wanted to recreate the BioShock game. I have not watched BioShock. I think I would really like it, but I have not watched it. Consider the hotel from Schitt's Creek. I always thought it would be really fun to do the 2 hotel rooms next to each other. I think that would be a really fun project. And it wouldn't be like an entire house. Just do like basically like the front opening of the hotel would be really, really cool. My dream house was Casper's. I thought it would be fun to do Cat's room in the Casper movie, like with the swirly ceiling. That's another one where the house, like I could just watch that movie all day to look at the house. It was just amazing. It gives everyone such anxiety, but so pretty in the 2004 film, the Gothic Victorian look of it. That stunning wide window. I could live there. Okay, got another one folded over. I heard my phone go off. Hold on one second. Okay, not a text or a call, so that's good. When we were looking to buy a house 20 years ago, one sounded great on 2 acres. Turned out it was a ledge on stilts with 2 acres straight down. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Woo! Yep, I think that was a good call. That is scary. What's the adhesive you're using for the books? I am using tacky glue. So, just plain old tacky glue. It takes hold pretty quickly, so I like working with it. And because this is really thick cardstock, I don't have to worry about it seeping through or making any like ripples. But if you were using anything thinner, if you were just like printing something off the computer, then tacky glue could make some waves in your glue. So you just kind of have to consider what your, oops, that was loud, sorry, what your cover is made of. Have you seen the channel's Tales from the Art Side? I haven't gotten into BioShock, but his builds are pretty amazing. I have not. I have not heard of that before. I'll have to check it out. Okay. Let me get these turned. Let me see. I'm gonna pre-bend these with the fabric. Okay. I just didn't know how well it would bend over, but that's a kind of a cool look. I think it does look leathery. Like when you just use a little bit of the fabric and you're not looking at the whole thing, I think it's not as shocking. I don't know. All right, let me glue these down. Let's see. I don't really know how many books we're gonna get through today because we've been going for about 30 minutes and we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. So. Oh, just making Aunt Josephine's library would be really cool. Oh, hold on 1 second. I have a kid with a question. The Stuart Little house, I know I've seen Stuart Little, but I cannot remember it. Let's see. Thank you, Terry. Terry, how was the Chicago show? Did it go well? Oops. Oh, I am cutting this with my fabric scissors. I should not be doing that because it has paper on it, but my fabric scissors are the strongest. So let's see. There we go. So I think it just kind of looks like a watercolored, maybe a water stained leather cover. So I kind of like how that looks. I'm excited to make more of those and just kind of sit them around. So let me glue this one down. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no need to apologize for talking in chat. It helps me. It helps me a lot. When I first started live streaming, I didn't have many people talking, and it is tough to get a live stream going where no one is talking. So I always appreciate people talking and chatting. As long as everyone's respectful of everyone, it's no problem. Oh, Terry says, amazing, tons of new attendees. I need to give you some info on next year, so I will email you later. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. I am going to the Chicago Spring Showcase next year. I'm so excited. I was supposed to go this year, but Texas moved their miniature show. They didn't have a choice. They had to because of FIFA, the soccer tournament. So soccer moved the miniature show, which meant it was going to be almost impossible for me to do both shows to restock. I was pretty much sold out by day 2. Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's awesome. Leather ones look very nice. Thank you. Love the apps. Love the leathery fabric looks. Yes, I'm so excited. Those look good. I may have to make more of this. I may just have to make more of these just to like put in my collection for when I need them, or I may need all of these for Charles' study. So okay, we are getting close to being done with our first set of green books. I didn't cut that very straight. Okay, so I just dropped something. I don't know what I dropped. Okay, so we are going to make a set of 5 books. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, we're going to make a set of 5 books, and I purposely chose a few that were like different sizes because I think that makes it look more like a legitimate set, because I don't think each book in each set of books would probably be the exact same page length. So now let's decorate some covers and see what we can do. I do miniatures, beadwork, quilting, crocheting, knitting, clay, resin, painting, and about 400 others. I think that's how I ended up in miniatures. I liked doing all the things, and you have to do all the things in the real world to recreate the miniature world. So just, if I wanted to do all the things, I can do them to make miniatures. Let's see. Found out the hard way I could get splinters from combing through the hemp twine. Ow! So sorry, Rachel. Hi, Sonia. Welcome. FIFA is coming to New Jersey. When are they coming? I know they're going to be in Texas this summer. I don't follow soccer, so I don't know. I just know that they made the miniature, because typically the Texas show is later, a little bit later in the summer, but they had to move it up, which it was way too close to the Chicago show for me to be able to make enough stock. Okay, so this is one of the things that Queen City Minis used, and I don't know where I got this. I don't know how old it is, but she said that she had a hard time getting it to stick. So I may have to add glue to get this to stick. I'm thinking about doing like a line across. I don't know, it might stick. We'll see. She used Mod Podge. So we're just going to play around with it and see how it looks. Bye, Laura. Awkward goodbye. Hi, JFC. Yep, I really want to get back into doing more live streams, because I feel like with just everything going on in my life, homeschool, family, all of that kind of stuff, trying to get Beetlejuice finished, I feel like I can't get out as many videos as I would like to. And so, and I know live streams aren't for everybody. Not everybody enjoys them. But for those who do, I feel like I could do more projects like this, where it's like I'm having to sit here for several hours making books anyway, and those who want to join can join in. All right, let me see. I'm not quite sure how to handle this stuff without to use it the most effectively. I think if I do like two lines at the top. Oh, the trick is getting them straight. This tape is fairly sticky. So, like I said, I don't know where it came from. I don't know how old it is. I don't know how I got it. So I can't give you a link or anything. And I'm just cutting it on either side and then squishing it down, because mostly we'll see it from the side. Like so. Ta-da! My camera really does not want to look at anything up close. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing. You know what I found on recently? 2 things. The Maitland's house elevations, and 2 was a fan-made floor plan. Well, I would love to see, I mean, it's too late for me. It's too late. The floor plan is done. The walls are built. But But I do love seeing people's interpretations of the Beetlejuice house. I even had a gamer send me their Minecraft Beetlejuice house that you could actually, like, they did like a walkthrough tour, and they couldn't get the house to the insides of the house to fit in the shell of the house either. So, and I know that's Minecraft, but it's not just me. So all I did was use a pencil to get the lines where they need to be. I just did the center of the gold line, so that hopefully I can do that on each book. And I guess maybe I need to cut off the excess, or maybe even it up, at least on the 2 books that are on the outside, because I'm going to sandwich them together. I'm going to glue them together permanently. They're easier to put on the shelf that way. Yeah, I do think it's nail foil. I just don't know the maker of it, and I don't know if I purchased it. I don't know if someone sent it to me. So I can't really give you the name. I like to make sure, like, if I'm going to promote a product that I'm using, I really like to make sure that I'm promoting the same exact brand of what I'm using, because sometimes even if things look the same, they may not behave the same, and I don't want someone to think they're getting the same exact product that I'm using and then be completely frustrated with it because it's an inferior product. It may have the same name and may look the same, but I try my best, if I'm going to like put a link to something, to make sure it's the link of the same exact company that I got something from. The nail foil tape is genius, looks great. I have to give the credit to Queen City Minis for that one. She did a whole video over ideas for these books, and I was like, that's really smart. That was a great idea, so I had to try it out. All right, we got another book ready to go. This one's too thin to stand on its own. Let's see. I'm actually not having too bad of a time fitting things in my Sim 4 models, multiple models of the house. Did you do the Beetlejuice house in The Sims? I might have missed that if you said that. I'm sorry. Can be bought at Sally's Beauty Supply. Oh, for the nail tape. I'm sure. Hopefully Sally's has like some high quality stuff, and you can get whatever color you want. Silver, gold. We have a Sally's not too far from us. I should probably go check it out, especially if I end up using all of this tape for Charles' study. I'll need some more. Is there an email where I can share pictures? Yes. So if you just do Bentley House Minis at gmail.com. Bentley House Minis, all one word, at gmail.com. I would love to see. I hate to say it, but I get all my nail art supplies from Temu. I think that's where Queen City Minis had gotten hers, and hers was not sticking. So but she said she still got it to work by gluing it down. So word to the wise, if you want it to stick, Temu may not be the way to go, but if you're okay with doing the extra step of gluing it, and you want it cheap. I personally do not purchase from Temu. That's just, it makes me nervous, some of the things I've heard. But I know some people have ordered with great success and love their supplies. So, at your own risk. Order at your own risk. Anything with nail in it works for miniatures. Yeah, if you want to see how you can use Temu stuff for miniatures, I know Queen City Minis finds all sorts of things from there. I Mod Podge everything now. I pretty much do too. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm missing a few comments here and there. But I gotta... These little things are so tiny. I guess I could probably use tweezers here. That might be a little bit helpful. Although sometimes tweezers, I can't get them off the tweezers. Once I use the tweezers, I can't get them off of there. I haven't tried to make the Otho Dietz version of the house in The Sims, but I have made the Maitland version multiple times. I love the kitsch of it and the wallpaper and wood trims. Yeah, I'm hoping to do some of that in the attic space. I really want so there's an attic space that isn't the main attic space. It's kind of just like an empty roof off to one side. And I'm really hoping to maybe reproduce some of the Maitland wallpapers. Not exactly, but get close to the vibe of the Maitland's house in that attic space. And just kind of make the third floor entirely theirs. Okay. One book left. One book left. Mod Podge it? Okay. You introduced me to Mod Podge. I should probably be sponsored by Mod Podge. I buy a lot of it. So I thought about, because you can buy some of the plaid supplies, which is the maker of Mod Podge, right here. I've thought about, because you can purchase it wholesale if you have like a store. And I've thought about adding some of the Mod Podge supplies into my store because I do really enjoy Mod Podge as a material, as a brand. I think it's really quality stuff. But I get worried about being able to send like liquids, and especially since I can ship orders to some other countries. Not all countries, but some other countries, and I don't really know the laws behind that. I guess I could look it up and figure it out. But so I just haven't done that yet. But after the kids go to bed, another homeschooling mama, I've been watching the Fairfield live streams while I do my crafting. It works as a great body double for getting through the glue drying time. Yes, the Fairfield was a task in itself. So if you have a frustrating project and you want someone to work on a frustrating project right next to you, the Fairfield streams are a good one for you. Okay, that might not have been long enough. All right, so we have our little set right here. Ava, do you have a good source for miniature wallpaper, or do you print it out yourself? So I have made a lot of my own wallpaper just by opening up, like you can do this in Photoshop or you can do this in Procreate, and just like trying to make repeating patterns. I know some miniaturists, like as long as you're not selling it and you're using it for your own project, I do know that some miniaturists will go to wallpaper websites and they will grab the screen photo and then they will repeat it in a program and then print it themselves. As long as you're doing that for your own use, I don't have a problem with it. It's when you decide to sell that to somebody else and make a profit from it that I think it becomes a problem. So you just kind of have to, keep that in mind. But if you're using it for yourself, you can go to real life size wallpaper websites and see what they have, and then just try to make the pattern yourself in Photoshop or Procreate. Just multiply it over and over again. Oh, I can send that too. I have a very clear, very good quality picture of the wallpaper that Barbara got as a gift at the start of the '88 film. Oh, I would love that. Thank you. That would be awesome. That would be perfect. Thank you for offering that. I appreciate it. I like Mod Podge, but I live in Michigan. It's so humid, it always gets sticky after a while. I have heard that. I have heard that your experience with Mod Podge can really be totally different depending on where you live. So thankfully, I don't have any issues with it. I have had the glossy Mod Podge. I have had that take a little bit longer to dry, but it did eventually dry. Hello. Welcome to everyone who's coming in. We are in the middle of making some books. I'm going to Mod Podge the covers here to make sure that these stickers stay on. Maybe should have just done the edge at just by itself, but hopefully I can stand it on end and it'll be all right. Should have made this a little bit longer. Come on. All right, I'll stick that down on its own once I get this done. Queen City Minis also suggested like pouncing your brush over the Mod Podge, and it'll make kind of like a more of a leathery dimpled effect. So I'm going to try that. She had lots of good suggestions. Seriously, even if you aren't using the Bentley House Minis book kit and you're just covering your own books, she had so many great suggestions. So be sure to go check out her video on that. All right, next up, we'll fix that gold line in a second. I just spray with an acrylic sealer over the Mod Podge when that happens. Oh, over if it doesn't, if it stays sticky. I've been using triple thick ton seal on my flooring. It seals it and makes it shiny. I love triple thick. I need to get a new bottle of triple thick for sure. That stuff is great. You can make anything look like porcelain if you're using triple thick spray, glossy spray. It's amazing. Highly suggest. All right, so get this going. And since I want them all to match, I'm going to do the same stippling effect. Stippling? Is that the right word? Pouncing effect on the covers. Like so. The only one I'm not sure is going to stand up on its own is the very thin one. So we'll see. You know, something I found out recently about Victorian wallpaper, they used to stretch cheesecloth tight over every surface of the wall before hanging the paper. Interesting. Any advice, recommendations for new YouTuber and editing? For a new YouTuber, I say keep it very simple. Keep the way you do your videos simple. Keep the editing simple. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Welcome everybody who got a gifted membership. Rachel, I appreciate that so much. So if you got a gifted membership, I do updated posts every Monday and Thursday, and I do the same thing on YouTube memberships that I do on Patreon memberships. So I do an update. It's usually a picture with text update, just telling you where I am on the project every Monday and Thursday. And we do an extra live stream each month. So, what was the question? Oh, new YouTuber. Keep it simple at first when it comes to editing, because editing can be extremely overwhelming, especially if you've never done it before. If you've done it before, I say go straight to DaVinci Resolve. They have a free version, and you can kind of grow up with DaVinci Resolve. Like, you can kind of grow up with your editing skills, is what I mean with DaVinci Resolve, but it can be extremely overwhelming if you have never done any editing before. So keep your filming simple, but keep your lighting good. Your lighting and your sound are the most important thing. And I still don't get it right sometimes. But if you can get your lighting and your sound really, really good, then that's a great start. Keep your editing simple. Yeah, this one is not going to want to stand up. You can even start with taking video on your phone and editing on your phone. I think it's YouCut. It's Y-O-U-C-U-T. YouCut is a free editing software you can do on your phone. And I don't think there's a watermark. I don't think mine uses a watermark at all. Very easy to use, straight on your phone. You can get some high quality videos out of it. Start that way and kind of get a flow for how you want to make your videos and get some videos up. And by the way, everybody's first videos on YouTube are rough. So if you feel like your videos aren't the best, you have to make those videos to get past it, to make better videos. And it's the same with making miniatures. And I tell people all the time, I was like, you have to make rough miniatures first to learn what you're doing, to know how to make better miniatures in the future. So I think some people, they want to jump into either making videos or making miniatures, and they're like, well, I want my stuff to look like this person who's been doing this for almost 10 years. But the person you're watching who's been doing it for 10 years also started rather rough, but you don't see that. So give yourself grace, give yourself time, make the rough videos, get them up, get some eyes on your channel, and I'll tell you, there are going to be people who tell you what's wrong with your videos. You will learn very quickly. And so I still get comments on some of my older videos about that the music was too distracting. So I put music over my entire video, and it was because I was nervous to have my voice out there. I should have actually cut these pieces shorter when I did this, but oh well. I was nervous to have my voice out there, but now I wish I hadn't put the music over my entire video. And I still get comments that said, love the video, the music is way too loud, the music's way too distracting. So you will definitely get feedback pretty quickly. Let's see. Yes, definitely a learning curve. Will you distress the edges on some of the books? I think so. I think I'll do that. I got to put a little bit of glue in here to glue down this edge. I don't think this will be our side book that's on the side. I should have done that beforehand. Now I'm paying the price because I didn't want to go back and fix it. The way the light is hitting the books makes it sort of the texturing look almost like the marbling effect Otho and Delia did in the dining room. Yeah, there's so many fun textures and patterns, and there's just so many fun things to recreate in this project. So I've really had a lot of fun with it. So here's how the texturing looks. I think it looks pretty good. Great suggestion by Queen City Minis. And yeah, and my gold pieces are not even on the sides. If your first video is rough, you're in good company. Keep going and it'll improve. Yes, definitely. Hubby has started gaming videos. Sound has been his biggest challenge so far. Yeah, I still struggle with sound. Sometimes getting the levels right. Yeah. Sent an email with 6 images of the diorama. The first picture highlights the filing cabinets. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them. Had to abandon mine. Filming got too stressful. Yeah. Filming was not stressful. Editing, however. Editing is my least favorite. It is my least favorite part of the job, to be honest. Okay, let me figure out which books I actually did okay on the sides. since I wasn't paying attention to that part. I think I want the thinner book on the inside. You can be an outside book. I think I'll pay attention to that more the next time I make a set. Okay. See? This is the first set of these type of books that I made, and I learned something. I learned that I need to pay a little bit more attention to how long I'm making my my gold pieces and get them put down correctly the first time. Because this piece does not want to stay. We'll swap them around like that, sandwich them in there. Okay. I think it still looks pretty good, but I can definitely improve. See, these aren't the same length over here. These are definitely not the same length, but I can put something up against the side of it so you can't really tell. So. I use Mod Podge over paintings. Yeah, to make it look like brush strokes. That's a good idea, especially in miniature. Thank you. One of the first videos I want to make is a review of two books on making furniture, 1/48 scale. Already anticipating getting complaints that I didn't show making each piece. Yeah, that's another thing, is like figuring out what exactly you want to add in. And then it's like, did I talk too much? I get both comments. I get comments that I talk too much, that I explain too much, and that, you know, people who already know a lot of the materials and a lot of the steps that I'm doing are like, I already know all of this. But then I also get, you know, they're like, oh, I wish you had explained this more. I wish you had explained this more. So you have to learn that you're never going to 100% please everybody. And as long as you are enjoying your projects and you're enjoying what you're making, that's what's going to make a long living channel. Because if you're just constantly trying to please everybody else, it's going to be even more stressful. So you kind of have to build up a thick skin of knowing yourself as an artist. And because there's always going to be someone who is getting more views than you. There's always going to be somebody who's making a project that seems cooler than yours, or that's getting more attention than yours. And there's going to be, I don't know, there's always going to be something out there that makes you think, should I be doing that? Should I be doing what they're doing? Should I abandon what I'm doing and move on? But I think you have to build up this trust in your own artistic vision, and that each artist is, you know, has a unique point of view, and it's okay for you to do something different from everybody else. And that may mean that your channel grows more slowly. However, I have found that the slower your channel grows, the more solid of an audience that you have. Because the times when my channel like jumped in numbers, the views of the videos didn't always follow the jumps in numbers. I had people who would be like, oh, that's cool, and like click on my video and like subscribe, but then they never watched another video again because they weren't fully invested. They just happened to see it promoted by YouTube or someone else. So I hope that made sense. Greetings from Finland. Welcome. I want to get people to try the books, not sidestep them with my video. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to tell people the intention of your video right at the start, and people know what you're trying to do. So here's our first set. Not perfect on the sides, but I think we learned some things. I learned some things. So we got a good set here. I plan to have hubby help me with editing since he's had a few months experience under his belt already. To be honest, abandoning my YouTube channel was a good choice for me. Now I don't have to worry about forcing myself to film, and I can take time with projects. Yeah, that's also a thing, is it can also kind of take over your creative brain. Okay, So we have these right here. This is what we've done in an hour and 15 minutes. Woo! This is why making books is so difficult. Okay, let's use some of the other fabric and make some more random books. I have this blue. It ended up, when I put the Mod Podge on it, I don't know if it's just like not a great fabric, but it kind of ended up with this like dimpled texture. Almost kind of like an ostrich skin leather is what it's making me think of. So I think I want, and it's pretty thin fabric. So I think that's a result of it just not being a very high quality fabric. But I do want to make some blue books. So, so, or we can do green. Maybe we can do one of each. Blue and green. And maybe we can age up the green one. The blue one might be too dark to age up, but we can age the green one a bit. Let's see. We'll do a green interior for this one. I'm gonna glue this on here. Such a good point. I've got a few videos up. I use a puppet because I'm self-conscious. I'm still finding what content really gives me joy. Yep. Yeah, I can think of a very large miniature creator YouTube channel, super successful, so many views per video, but she got to a point where she realized that she just wasn't making what made her happy, and it wasn't even worth the attention and the views that she was getting anymore, and she just stopped. She just stopped her channel, and she still creates miniatures, but she knew that if she created what she wanted, people wouldn't watch. And so I think well, I shouldn't speak for her, but to me, what I learned from it was that I would rather build up a channel based on making things that I enjoy and having people watch the channel that also enjoy those things. And if it's only a few thousand people, great. It doesn't have to be millions of people because if I'm happy creating what I'm creating, then then I'll be more likely to continue doing it, if that makes sense. Hi, Cat Crazy. I mainly make shorts. I've had people say they don't like my voice. I told them, how do you think Paps feels hearing it for 30 years? I've had people say things about my voice as well. I've had both. I've had people say that my voice was annoying, and I've had some people tell me that they listen to my videos to fall asleep at night. So there's going to be people out there who don't like your voice, and there's going to be people out there who love it. So yeah, you do have to have a thick skin to put yourself out there, especially if you're putting out your face, your voice, your opinions on things. I definitely have a thicker skin now than I did when I first started, and I am thankful for that. I'm not always thankful for the comments that made my skin thicker. Some of those I could have done without, but I do feel like I am stronger and more confident in myself as an artist, knowing that I can just be like, sorry you didn't like it. There's a lot of other artists on YouTube. I mean, well, unless someone's being just horrific, I'm not going to tell people to, leave, and I have blocked some people who were just needed to be blocked. But, people are free to go watch other artists. You don't have to keep watching my channel if you don't want to. I had someone almost going through every single video telling me what I did wrong in every single video. And I was like, thanks for the views and the comments. Sorry you don't like anything. I don't know why you're still watching. Let's see. I saw someone asked about the email. So there's bentleyhouseminis@gmail.com, works, and bentleyhouseproductions@gmail.com. Both of those work. Bentley House Productions was the first one I had, but Productions is a long word, so I opened up the Bentley House Minis one as well. So either one works. Your accent got the most comments. I feel like, I mean, I know every now and then I say words that people are like, you did not say that word right. But I feel like I have kind of a neutral accent because I've lived so many different places around the world and around the US. So I don't feel like I have an accent that stands out. But, yeah, I don't. I do know that if you have a strong accent, then you'll get comments. Let's see. Boredom does strange things to people. I try to help with my comments, not criticize. Yeah, if people are giving information that is helpful and saying like, hey, I heard of this product, or hey, I've heard of this technique that might be helpful, love those comments. Love those comments because I learned so much. It's when people come on, they're like, you're stupid. I don't know why you did it this way. You're an idiot. And it's like, that's not helpful. Like, okay, if you have another way that's better, you can share it with the group, but you don't need to call me names because you don't like how I made a book or a chair or whatever it is. So. You're being honest, liking your books. Gotta go. Bye, Darlene. There's more than one way to do everything. Definitely, especially in miniatures. Because people make things with clay. Like someone said they made a bunch of books with polymer clay. You can make books with polymer clay. I prefer paper. I'm sure you can make books with wood. You can make books with all sorts of different things. Same with chairs, same with everything. So if something doesn't work for someone, you can try a different material. Okay. Let that dry. Let me make this book. I probably will end at 3 o'clock, so we'll still go for another 40 minutes or so. See how far we get on these. But I do feel my voice starting to run down a little bit. I probably should take a drink of water. I'll take a drink of water after I glue this cardstock. And here's me always over explaining it in the YouTube comments so I don't offend the content creator. Well, if you're just telling me about a different way to do something, you will never offend me. The only things that offend me is when it's just like a blatant, like just personal attack with no helpful criticism. And honestly, I do really take it more as that person is probably having a really hard life and probably doesn't really have anything to do with me. I'm just the one they've decided to bring all of this out on. So I try not to take it too personally, but sometimes they make it very personal. Simon Whistler, who has what seems like 100 channels, likes to say, go ahead and drop those hateful comments. It still helps the algorithm. Aw, thank you. I love your videos. They're super calming. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know either, because I'm the same. If I don't like something, I'm not going to watch it. Much less take my time to leave a comment on it. Seems like a waste of that person's time. But well, I guess everyone's free to spend their time as much as they want to. I like how the Mod Podge is drying on the books. Yeah, I think it looks really good. I wish I had done the tape better, but this one maybe will go on a back wall where no one will see the sides. It's kind of a complicated room to look inside of, so I can kind of hide some of my first mistakes as I'm figuring out how to make everything. So, And I will tell you, I'm the first one to admit I am not a fantastic bookmaker. The reason I made the book kit is because I wanted a fast way to make books because I don't want to make books. But it's really important to this room, so I want to at least make a few areas that I think look like nice piles of books. You've grown so much as an artist since you started. I think your voice is nice. Thank you. I'm starting to lose it a little bit. I've had a habit of making comments like, I like how you did this. If I were to do it X, Y, and Z instead, positive, but also offering alternatives. Yeah, and those type of comments, totally fine by me. And even if I don't read that specific comment or take that specific type of advice for whatever the project may be, it could help somebody else. Somebody else who's like, oh, I've tried the way that Aira did it and I just don't like working with paper. But then someone else says, hey, I did this and this and this with clay, and they try that because they saw it in the comments and it helps them be successful in a project. So even if it's not something that I'm going to use, like people as a community, like I know a lot of people who read through almost all the comments because there's so many good ideas in it. Okay, let me glue a guy on here. Sorry, I miss it. I want to read all your comments, but I also have to make books. I made the polymer clay books because I needed something I knew would survive the baking process. That makes sense. Your videos inspired my friend to make a dollhouse. Oh, that's awesome. I've had good luck with the glued spines of catalogs cut down to size. They can be very time consuming. Yes, I've seen someone do that before. That's a good way to do it. Like old magazines or something. Cut down it gives you a lot of pages to work with. Okay, let me get this glued down. And we were going to age the green fabric color covered one, I think. Let me get a little bit of paint. Oh, and then we need to try and make some National Geographic magazines. I think we're just going to make the yellow spines. I'm not going to try and like put a cover on it. Unless maybe for the top of the stack, but I don't have those printed yet, so. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't have a kid texting me. No, it's just my sister. I'm gonna ignore her for now. She might be watching. I'm ignoring you. Sorry. I'll message you afterwards. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of brown paint. We don't need it yet, but we're going to try and age this book just a little bit, just to play around with it, just to have a little fun before the stream ends. I must have got something on this book it's like embedded in the Mod Podge. I don't know what that is. Okay, well, this one, we'll put a little bit of aging right there on whatever that is. What about making book ends? Yeah, book ends would be great. I don't know if Veronica is watching, but Veronica had sent me a few things for Charles' office, which I have had so many things sent in for Charles' office, so I am going to show you that in the video where I work on his office. I will show you the things that people have sent in, probably for Charles more than any other room besides the attic diorama. Charles has gotten things. Oh, hold on. I do have a kid needing my attention for 1 second. So Charles has been definitely spoiled. Spoiled more than any other room. Oh, maybe it's the glue on my fingers that's coming off. Maybe that's what that is. I'm very bad about just like leaving glue on my fingers and touching everything. There's the positive side of it too, where you get lots of lovely followers who are always supportive and fun to build that community. Definitely, definitely. I would say I get 99.5% good comments, which is very good on YouTube. So I feel like we have a very overwhelmingly positive group. Just the miniature people in general, I think, and creative people in general, very kind. Oops. Well, good thing this is going to be the aged one. This is not a sharp pair of scissors, but I'm trying to avoid using my fabric scissors. I guess I could go get my scissors out of the shipping area. So, yes, it comes with so many very kind comments, but for some reason, unfortunately, the negative ones stick in your head more than the positive ones. And so sometimes I just delete them because I was like, I don't want to accidentally run across it again and it remind me, so I just delete them and sometimes block people who leave them. Tim Holtz always says at the end of his lives, if you don't have anything nice to say, find something nice to say. That's a good one. It was for Avery. I had never made my first miniature. Aw, thanks. I'm so glad to hear that. Use a nail file. Oh, that's a good idea. I have nail files right here, which is good because I just frayed this corner here. So maybe we can add to it. So we have this little book here. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one over. Take a drink. Okay, here we go. Oop, alarm. Okay. Let's fold over this blue cover. Maybe we can age the blue cover as well, but we won't like use paint on it since it's already so dark. Maybe we'll just do maybe we'll just sand it with the nail file. Ah! That didn't work out. I'm in a big Beetlejuice rush. There's so many things I want to make for Beetlejuice, but unfortunately I'm working on other movie-related stuff. That's fun. Are you making it for a personal project? Are you making it for like to send somewhere or as a commission? Oh, Veronica is watching. I really look forward to do with the what you do with the stuff I sent. Yeah, when someone said bookends, you sent me those little birds for bookends. So I'm going to try and make those into bookends if I can. All right. Yep, I just got glue all over my fingers, I think. I had thought of an image, my Fortress of Imagination sculpt, but instead it's a dragon with a night doll. I knew I had that up somewhere. Oh, I think I'll probably use all the birds for bookends. I'm going to have plenty of books, so I'll probably use all the birds. All the birds all over Charles' office. Oh, I'm going to let that dry for a second before I cut it. Okay, let's see what we can do. Here's our little book haul so far to show for our hour and a half worth of work. Oh, that works pretty well. So this is the fabric that was, I did 2 layers of Mod Podge and then I glued it on top of some cardstock. Ooh, that looks really cool when you sand the edge right there. That's really fun. It looks like one of those old library books. When I was in college, I worked in the I literally know if this was a real book, what this book would smell like just looking at the aging on the corners here. I can smell this book in real life. So that's really fun. Good idea. I think it was Renee. Good idea, Renee. I sent off the email to you, sent lots of pictures of the Beetlejuice stuff, did not realize how large they were. Well, I look forward to checking it out. I do have a little bit of a busy day today after the stream, so if you sent me an email today and I don't get back to you today, I will get back to you before the end of the week. So. Make this one a really well-loved book. Then it is logical he's a bit batched. I'm not sure if I know that word. I just bought bookends that look like a stuffy, and my mom claims it could be used for a doorstop. Okay, so this is really fun. I actually like how this book is looking. Okay, so we got a worn green book with like nothing on it. This is probably one of those books that lost its dust cover at some point. Okay, let me... Oh, accidentally stuck it to the table. Okay, I'm gonna go get my other pair of scissors real quick so I can actually cut this very well. Okay, we have some scissors that are not fabric scissors, except they're the same exact color as the fabric scissors, so I gotta make sure I keep an eye on which one is which. Alright, so this is the little blue covered book. This was the blue fabric cover, and then I put it onto a brown cardstock. So it kind of looks cool having a different color on the inside. So if you do this, instead of trying to match your cardstock to your fabric, you may want to do like a different color. I think it kind of gives it a neat little effect. I love the smell of old books. Yep. Fortress of Imagination is a sculpt of a dragon reading a book surrounded by books with an arch of books over him. One of my favorites. It's on display at a used bookstore. Oh, I'll have to look that up. I use Era's bookend kit to make fancy shelves. Oh, that's a good idea to use it for shelf supports, and I honestly forgot I had a bookend kit. I could use my own bookends in this project. Thank you for reminding me. They haven't been like super popular in my store, which is totally fine because I make everything to order. So if something's not popular, I just don't make it. So out of sight, out of mind. I forgot I had bookends. Batched means used. Oh, okay. I always love learning new words. My first room box was an old attic. I got the idea from your abandoned attic build. Included a trunk and torn water damaged wallpaper. That's awesome. I love making attics because attics you can put whatever. You can literally put whatever you want in the attic because people do put whatever in the attic. Okay, I thought we were gonna go till 3, but I'm starting to lose my voice pretty good now. But I'm really enjoying filing these Mod Podge covered books. It's really fun. I probably, well, I will have to make more off stream. So probably what I'll do, because these are looking like really good, I think. Especially for like filler books to go on just like an old shelf. So probably what I'll do is I will make a bunch of fabric Mod Podge covered fabric books. Just make them, and then maybe at night while I'm sitting and watching something, sand them to look like old books. But those look so cool. Absolutely love your channel. You're so talented and creative. Thank you for sharing your love of miniatures. Oh, thank you. You can sharpen your scissors with another pair of metal. I need to do that. We actually have a scissors sharpener guy that comes... Oh, wait. He came to Joann's. Never mind. Joann's is gone. I'll have to figure out how to do it myself. I really need to make a dragon making a dollhouse. That would be awesome. I just built a life-size home library and the smell is amazing. Yeah, I definitely have to get some old books just to get the old book smell. Got to say bye, but I'll catch the rest of the video later. Thank you, Torchtail Miniatures. Thank you, Leslie. Long time no talk. Hi, Martha. All right. Let's see. I think I can still go for a little bit longer. My voice seems to be recovering a little bit. Do we want to try and sand these? See how these look? I want to try it. Let's see how it looks. Oh, and I also got the paint out. So we could put a little bit of paint on the edges too. And if you watch the video with Queen City Minis, she also... she did where she painted the edges. She painted a lot of the edges gold, which is a really good idea. Oops, I didn't glue that down very well. That kind of looks cool though, with the edge coming up. I think I am going to glue it back down though. There we go. Bye everybody who's having to leave. Hope y'all have a good afternoon or evening. We'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon. I'm so glad y'all are able to join too. It is definitely more fun making books with a group of people than by yourself. Especially when making books is not the thing you really want to do. But I think they'll look cool up on the shelf. It didn't show up as much on this lighter color, so I think it's going to be the darker color books where that aging and sanding the edges is going to look the best. So I don't think this is a good... I mean, it did a little bit. It did show up slightly, but not as much as the darker colors. So, anyway. Hold on. Okay, let's do the paint real quick, and then we'll try a couple National Geographic. I prepped all this stuff. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. I really like Queen City Minis. Yes, she has so many good ideas. All right, I'm just gonna get a little bit of brown paint. Let's see if we can age this green book a little bit. Now this is not the best paintbrush. Just put a little bit of smudge on it. I'm starting very light because it's always easier, and maybe it's I put it on with the brush and like rub it with my hands. That seems to be the way to go. So I don't really want brush strokes. Yeah, I think it's put the paint on with the brush and then rub it in with your fingers is a good way to do it. And it kind of looks like dirt and grime kind of getting into the book cover. I don't know if you can really see it on camera. I watched the video on TV and now I have my laptop to write something. The books are looking very real. Thank you. Dry brush them with a lighter color. I'm a little afraid I'm gonna dry brush over the worn look on the edges. But it is a good thing to try. If you feel like you want it highlighted on the side, you can definitely give it a little bit more look. A little bit more of a like highlighted worn look. Alright, let's see. I'm going to try the same thing on this. This one has a bit of a different texture. I think just because of the type of fabric it is. Yeah, it didn't really, it's kind of sitting on top of the fabric instead of going into the fabric. I'm just gonna, instead of rubbing it in, I'm just gonna dab it. That's one thing I love about aging, is you can really just kind of try all sorts of things. Let's see. Would you like me to send a polymer clay book or two just to have something different? I know I have a few more around here somewhere. If you would like to, you're more than welcome to, as long as they're in like 1/12 scale, like this size. My P.O. box is always in my About Me section. I appreciate that. How do you print the titles on the books? So yeah, these books, there's a video linked down below. These were laser engraved. There's a whole video on how I did these, linked in the description box. And those are ones that I made previously, so those were the only ones I had to make a title with. So I should probably take those off of the title cover and like put these that we actually made so people don't think I'm showing how to do that part. But I do have a video that shows you that, so you can see how I did that. Oh, chalk pastels are a good idea too. Just got done with a foam build remix vid. Can't wait to catch up with the beginning. That is a long video to watch. Thank you for watching it. Hi, Sherry. Okay, so let's make some National Geographic magazines with our construction paper here. Okay. So I'm not even going to, these are mostly going to be turned away from the viewer. So I'm not really going to worry about what the edges look like. Let's make a few of these. Let me find the strip of paper that's the right size for this size book. Are you the right size? Yeah, looks like it. So I'm going to cut a strip of this yellow. Now I want books. It's never something I enjoy, but the size book you're making looks so satisfying. That's what I thought watching Queen City Minis. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Amber Marie. I appreciate it so much. Okay, let's move this over. Try to get as close as possible. Still fighting with engraving settings with my CO2 laser. I tend to go straight from invisible to oops, it almost cut all the way through. It is definitely difficult to get those settings perfect. It takes, and every single laser is different. You can even have the same exact brand laser and you may have to, fabric scissors. I'm gonna destroy my fabric scissors because I brought in the wrong size or the same color scissor with handles, whatever. Okay, here's our National Geographic cover size. It's enjoyable to talk with other miniature lovers. Yes. I try to talk to my kids and friends about things I'm working on, and they just look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, I used to have a friend. She moved a long time ago. That should kind of roll her eyes a little bit, and just kind of like, you have a dollhouse for you. You don't. It's not for your kid. Nope, it's for me. They just didn't quite get it. But most, I would say almost all of my family and friends that now kind of understand or at least respect the dollhouse and miniature art form. So, all right, so I'm gonna place it on here. I'm just using this. These are supposed to be really thin little magazines. And so I'm just going to make little thin pieces. All right. Try to spread the glue out as much as possible. And I'll probably make a stack of these and then print off a National Geographic cover for the very top. So. Maybe discolor some of the pages. Yeah, though that would be almost use my fabric scissors again. That would be really good. Some of them are naturally discolored because of the laser cutter and I just didn't sand it down all the way. So some of them have some natural discoloring, but I would use chalk pastel for that. Would be a really, really good way to discolor the edges of the pages. Especially if you wanted like more aging near like the inside. All right, so we have one little very, very skinny magazine. And I just keep doing that over and over again. And because they're not as thick, I can kind of make them a little bit faster. And they will just be stacked up in the corner, so. It glues pretty quickly to the cardstock, or the, what did I call this paper? It's the colorful paper that you get for kids' crafts. That stuff. Can't believe I made it. Welcome, DM Mama. They just nod now. I bought a dollhouse on eBay, and when I picked it up, the seller said, "I hope your child enjoys it." Sure, my child. Yes, I do have one engraved. I have a couple bird engraved ones. So these will kind of be sitting up and be where people can see them a bit more. And this one, the edge is actually engraved. It says the art of bird watching, very tiny. That was hard to get on the side. I remember that being difficult. Construction paper. Yes, thank you. Okay, I want to at least get 4 magazines done so we can kind of see what a pile of them looks like. Maybe roll the edges. Do you mean like flail them out a little bit? They're very bright compared to the other books that we've been making. I can pull these down here a little bit. If you're just joining us, this is all we've made. This is why books are so hard. If you want them to like look unique and, you know, not every single one looks exactly the same, they definitely take some time. Era, Rachel, everyone who's here, another lovely stream. I think the books look great in Charles' study. Thank you. The gold foil is a fabulous touch. Thank you. I have Queen City Minis to thank for that idea. And I think I do have a silver. So I might do another set with a silver, and I have a black, and I have a thicker gold where I could just do like one line of gold. And what else? I have this, I don't even know what this is, like a light avocado. A light avocado color, whatever that is. Is it overripe avocado? Underripe avocado? I don't know. I don't really buy avocados much anymore because I never knew how to pick the right ones. I always got the wrong ones and then it was a waste of money. My son's on the way home from jazz band. Doesn't feel good. Oh, I hope he feels better. I have 3 dollhouses, but I made 4 dioramas. That's awesome. I love going back and forth between houses and dioramas. I have so many I want to make. But Beetlejuice gets all my attention for now. It is going to be really hard. I mean, I pretty much know what I'm doing next, but it's going to be really hard to figure out what to do next after Beetlejuice is done. Although I am going to probably take like a month off. A month off of everything once Beetlejuice is at the museum. That will be my goal. Roll the big ones inward. Oh, the big books? Like roll the corners? Alright, let me do one more magazine. And then we'll look at them all stacked up together. Although I probably need to make, I don't know, a lot of stacks. There's National Geographic all over that study. So I'll probably make several stacks. This would be a good one to do like at night while I'm watching a show, is just pre-make a ton of these yellow strips. Have all of the little mat board inserts pre-cut and just sit there and just glue yellow paper, glue yellow paper, glue yellow paper. All right. Last one. So let me pull up our reference here. So you can see, I think mine's a little bit too bright, but I can, like once they're all together in a stack, I can age them just a little bit. But I can have this stack like right behind where Delia's head is. There's stacks of National Geographic next to a globe. I think there's like a magazine cover. So I'm going to make several of these because they should be on both sides of the study. And then, yeah, I will put one cover on the top of the stack. So here's what we got done in about, I don't know, I did quite a bit of talking. So we'll say like an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. We got one set of books. We have two little aged books covered in fabric. We have these two books covered in fabric, and we have a set of National Geographic that we will continue to move on. But I still have all these covers, so it's not like I didn't do anything else, because I created these covers with the cardstock, so I can just book, you know, make more and more books. So I still have quite a bit to work on. Oh, roll them on the table. Gotcha. Like roll the edges on the table. That's a good idea. Makes them not as like sharp on the edges. What are the gold foils names? The gold foil pieces, I think if you go to like a beauty supply place, it's stuff that goes onto fingernails for fingernail decoration. So if you go to a place and you're looking for fingernail art tape, maybe would be a good one to search for this. That's what you can find these types of tape underneath. So if anyone else has any other search words that would help, please put them in. Oh, coffee stain is a very good idea. I definitely need to get a coffee mug or a tea. I think he has tea one morning in the kitchen. I have to get a coffee mug with like a tea bag hanging out. Would be really good in there. And I do want to make Delia's sculpture, although I don't know if I'll have time right now, but that would be a fun one to make as well. So, oh goodness. Well, thank you all for joining me for getting me started in the bookmaking process, because sometimes it's just like getting started is half the battle. Okay, when it comes to making books, maybe that's not true. Getting started is 15% of the battle. And then finishing the rest of the books is the rest of the battle. But sometimes just getting stuff out having the stuff on my table, getting some ideas down, trying some new things, because I've never tried this before. Some of, like, all of that helps me get started, and hopefully I can just start making a lot of books and filling up the shelves. So anyway, all right, well, thank y'all again for joining me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the gifted subs. Thank you, Amber Marie. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. And if I forgot to thank anybody, just thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being a part of my channel. I know there's, you know, so much on YouTube right now, and it's hard to find anything that isn't, you know, in your face AI, blah, blah, blah. So the fact that y'all continue to come and find me and find my videos and hang out with me, I really appreciate it. So, all right, so now I have to say my awkward goodbye, because I never know how to end things. And I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, night. Bye, everybody. Awkward goodbye. I'll make sure and show more books in the upcoming video, so you will see more books, I promise.